we'll see some special conditions related to pollen grains. Special conditions. Related to pollen grains. We all know generally the sporogenous tissue or cell which is diploid forms a pollen mother cell by mitosis. Again it is diploid. This pollen mother cell then undergoes meiosis and forms pollen tetrad. Now this pollen tetrad later gets separated and forms 4 haploid pollen grains. So separated pollen grains. Now this is the general rule, but in some cases, in some plants like Drosera, it's an insectivorous plant, Typha, etc. This pollen tetrad will not get separated. The pollen tetrad will not get separated. And such pollen grains are called as compound pollens. Compound pollen grain. So simple, I can call this as a compound pollen grain because it is made up of 4 pollen grains. In some plants like orchids and Calotropis. इन दोनों प्लांट में क्या होता है, all the pollen grains present in a microsporangium, they all are connected. All the pollen grains are connected to form a mass of pollen grain. A mass of pollen grain बनाते हैं, and this mass of pollen grain is known as pollinium. Again, already asked NEET level question. Compound, you can expect this also as a NEET question. So जितने भी पोलन ग्रेन्स एक पोलिनिया में है, पोलिनिया मतलब पोलन सैक्स, वो सभी मिलेंगे और मिलकर एक मास ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन बनाएंगे, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज पोलिनियम. तो पोलिनियम आपको कहां मिलेगा? ऑर्किड्स एंड कैलोट्रोपिस में. अगेन इन केस ऑफ कैलोट्रोपिस the two pollinia pollinium, this is the pollinium, pollinium, what is pollinium? Mass of pollen grains, forms a thread-like structure. This is the thread-like structure. This thread-like structure is called as caudicle. This is the caudicles. These two caudicles, they are attached to a disc-shaped structure. They are attached to a disc. Now this is the disc. Now these are the mass of pollen grain, that is called as pollinium. These are the two thread-like structures called caudicles, and here there is a disc. Now pollinium, caudicles plus disc, these three together represents translator. Together represents translator. Now these are the mass of pollen grain. So the translator can be picked by large insects for pollination. सो पॉलिनेशन करना है तो इंसेक्ट क्या करेगा, उसको यहां से पकड़कर उठाएगा, लेकिन ये बहुत हैवी है क्योंकि ये मास ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन है, इसीलिए पॉलिनेशन इन कैलोट्रोपिस रिक्वायर्स लार्ज इंसेक्ट्स क्योंकि ये हैवी है. दिस मैकेनिज्म is called as translator or clip pollination mechanism. आपने देखा है बंदर के ऊपर, ठीक है, जहां पोर्ट होता है, जहाज का बंदर होता है, वहां बड़े बड़े कंटेनर्स उतारते हैं तो वो क्लिप यूज करते हैं, तो ये क्लिप की तरह उठाकर लेकर जाते हैं. दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड एज ट्रांसलेटर मैकेनिज्म और क्लिप पॉलिनेशन मैकेनिज्म. नाउ इन केस ऑफ अगेन कैलोट्रोपिस, कैलोट्रोपिस में क्या होता है, ये जो है ये कौन है, ट्रांसलेटर है, यानी ये मेल रिप्रोडक्टिव पार्ट है क्योंकि हम बात कर रहे हैं पोलन ग्रेन्स. दिस ट्रांसलेटर इज अटैच्ड टू गाइनेशियम. सो सिंपल बात है, इन केस ऑफ कैलोट्रोपिस एंड्रोशियम इज अटैच्ड टू गाइनेशियम. या एंड्रोशियम को हम क्या बोल रहे हैं, ट्रांसलेटर बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि ये पोलिनियम, कॉडिकल्स और डिस्क है इसमें, है ना. तो एंड्रोशियम इज अटैच्ड टू गाइनेशियम एंड दिस कंडीशन इज कॉल्ड एज गाइनोस्टेजियम. And this condition is called as gynostegium. Again, one of the important NEET level question. Now, there is one exception. Cyperaceae family. Cyperaceae family. Example, sawgrass. सॉ मतलब आरी, ठीक है, आरी. सो दैट इज साइपरेसी फैमिली. एग्जाम्पल सॉग्रास. सॉग्रास में सिर्फ एक ही पोलन ग्रेन आउट ऑफ टेट्राड, आउट ऑफ 4 पोलन ग्रेन टेट्राड, only 1 remains active. And how many? 3 will degenerate. And 3 will degenerate. लेकिन बाकी सभी प्लांट्स में चारों पोलन ग्रेन एक्टिव रहते हैं. लेकिन साइपरेसी फैमिली एग्जाम्पल सॉग्रास में सिर्फ एक ही पोलन ग्रेन एक्टिव रहेगा और 3 मर जाएंगे, डीजनरेट हो जाएंगे. लेकिन दुनिया के सभी प्लांट्स में 4 में से चारों एक्टिव रहते हैं. लेकिन सॉग्रास में सिर्फ एक एक्टिव रहता है. इन द लास्ट क्लास वी अंडरस्टूड स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ पोलन ग्रेन. नाउ वी विल अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दिस पोलन ग्रेन डेवलप्स इनसाइड द microsporangium or anther. So, gametogenesis. I would like to make you understand something here in this. One word we study, microsporogenesis. Microsporogenesis is process of formation of microspore. Microspore, pollen grain or male gametophyte. But microsporogenesis is the process of formation of microgamete. Process of formation of microgamete inside the anther. You can ask me one thing, sir, then what is the difference between microgamete and male gametophyte or pollen grain? You can ask me a doubt now. See, this pollen grain generally, remember, has one nuclei. Let's try to explain it. Sporogenous tissue, undergoes mitosis and forms pollen mother cell. This pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis and forms microspore tetrad. This microspore tetrad then gets separates and forms individual microspore, which is a haploid. Now it has this microspore or pollen grain. If you look at this pollen grain, actually it has only one nuclei, which is a haploid. Now this pollen grain then develops into a microgamete, nothing but sperm. And in this, we'll study how this pollen grain develops into a functional pollen grain. So I can say this pollen grain is immatured male gametophyte and microgamete is matured gametophyte. So we are learning in this class how immatured male gametophyte, that is pollen grain, is converted into matured male gametophyte or matured pollen grain, which is called as microgamete. The process of microgametogenesis. What we understood in previous classes, the pollen mother cell undergoes meiosis and develops into pollen grain, which is haploid. It is also called as male gametophyte, but it is immature pollen grain or male gametophyte. Now, this pollen grain is haploid, and the haploid generation is also known as gametophytic generation. So, pollen grain is the haploid generation. Haploid generation, and haploid generation is also known as gametophytic generation. So haploid generation is gametophytic generation. Hence, I can say one thing, this pollen grain is the first cell of gametophytic generation. Pollen grain is first cell of gametophytic generation. Now, this pollen grain then undergoes mitosis and forms microgamete. And we all know microgamete is functional male gametophyte, or some simply say it is functional sperm. Now, one thing we need to understand, from the pollen mother cell, pollen grains are formed. This process is microsporogenesis. I am writing it in short, MSG. Microsporogenesis. From the pollen grain, microgamete, functional male gametophyte is formed. Now this process is called as microgametogenesis. I hope you understood the difference. Now, this pollen mother cell undergoes one meiosis and 2 times mitosis to form a functional male gametophyte. This is very important. They may ask you this for NEET examination. To form a functional male gametophyte, how many mitosis and how many meiosis are needed? 1 meiosis is needed and 2 mitosis are needed. Pollen grains develops inside the anther and microgametes, that is functional pollen grain, functional male gametophyte development also takes place inside the anther. So development of pollen grain and development of microgamete, both these development takes place inside the anther. And such development is called as in situ or precocious development. Remember this precocious development or in situ development, one of the important NEET question. And here pollen grain development takes place inside the anther. So anther is also known as mother place for pollen grain. It is the mother place for pollen grain. We need to remember for NEET. We already studied this at the start of the pollen grain. The main function of the anther is to produce pollen grain. We already studied it. Am I right? So it is called as anther is the mother place for pollen grain, and second as pollen grain and microgamete. Immature pollen grain, mature pollen grain. Both development takes place inside the anther. Such development is called as in situ or precocious development. Now let's understand how this development takes place. Now, this is an anther. This is the filament. So this is filament. This is anther. Inside the anther, what happens? Pollen grain development takes place. So pollen mother cell PMC undergoes meiosis. And forms a pollen grain. Now this is a pollen grain. Now this pollen grain then undergoes unequal mitosis. And forms two cells. Now there is one small cell and one large cell. This small cell is known as generative cell, and the larger one is known as vegetative cell. This vegetative cell later forms pollen tube. That is why it is also called as tube cell. This generative cell later forms two male gamete or two male nuclei. Now, in the pollen grain there are now two cells. Now what will happen? This pollen grain then released and transferred on the stigma by a process called pollination. released and transferred on the stigma. So let's see, this is the stigma on which this pollen grain is transferred. It has two cells. One is a large cell, one is small cell. So it means it is a two cell stage. Now, after releasing and transferring on the stigma, after releasing and transferring on the stigma, this generative cell, this is the stigma, the generative cell undergoes one more time mitosis. One more time mitosis and forms and generative cell forms two nuclei. But remember, here cells are not formed, two cells are not formed, only nuclei is formed. Now why it is that? When it is undergoing mitosis here, it is forming two cells. But when it is undergoing mitosis here, it forms two nuclei but not the cells. Because the first mitosis, in first mitosis, karyokinesis is followed by cytokinesis. Karyokinesis, division of the nuclei. Cytokinesis, division of the cytoplasm. But here, in this mitosis, only karyokinesis takes place. That means division of the nuclei, but no cytokinesis. Hence, two nuclei are formed in the generative cell. Now, this vegetative cell forms the generative cell is small and forms two male gametes, and the larger vegetative cell forms pollen tube. That's why it is called as tube cell. Now, in 60% of the angiosperms, in 60% of angiosperms, the pollen grain is released. Pollen grain released from anther at a two-cell stage. पोलन ग्रेन में जब दो सेल्स होते हैं तब रिलीज होते हैं, फिर वो स्टिग्मा के ऊपर जाता है, फिर स्टिग्मा के ऊपर जाने के बाद में जनरेटिव सेल अगेन अंडरगोज माइटोसिस एंड फॉर्म्स थ्री सेल्स और सिंपली थ्री न्यूक्लियाई. लेकिन इसके कुछ एग्जांपल्स लिखते हैं. एग्जांपल, सोलेनेसी फैमिली, brinjal family, potato, brinjal, these all tobacco comes under Solanaceae. And Poaceae family. But in case of 40% of angiosperms, 40% angiosperm में the pollen grain is released in three cell stage. Pollen grain is released in three cell stage. इसके एग्जाम्पल्स हैं ब्रासिकेसी, एस्टरेसी. इसके एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस 40%. Now, what do you mean by this? In 40% of the angiosperm, pollen grain is released at 3 cell stage. मतलब क्या है? अब यहाँ कितने सेल्स हैं? पोलन ग्रेन में 2 सेल्स हैं, एक वेजिटेटिव सेल और एक जनरेटिव सेल, एक वेजिटेटिव न्यूक्लिया और एक जनरेटिव न्यूक्लिया है। नॉर्मली 60% में क्या हो रहा था? जब वो रिलीज हो रहे थे, जब वो स्टिग्मा के ऊपर जाएगा, तब 3 न्यूक्लियाई बनेंगे उसमें, 3 सेल्स बनेंगे उसमें। लेकिन इन प्लांट्स में, ब्रासिकेसी, एस्टरेसी फैमिली में, बिफोर रिलीजिंग द पोलन ग्रेन 3 न्यूक्लियाई और 3 सेल्स आर फॉर्म्ड। तो रिलीज होने से पहले ही इसमें 3 न्यूक्लियाई या 3 सेल बन जाते हैं। That's why we say in 40% of the angiosperm, pollen grain is released in 3 cell stage. ये क्वेश्चन 2019 कर्नाटका CET में, this question was already asked in KCET. Now, the vegetative cell, as we understood, it is large, but generative cell is small. Vegetative cell consists vacuoles. Generative cell is non-vacuolated. It is non-vacuolated. Third, vegetative cell consists of reserved food material. Consists reserved food. But in case of generative cell, reserved food is absent. Fourth, vegetative cell forms pollen tube. Forms pollen tube. That is why it is called as tube cell. Generative cell forms 2 male gametes or 2 male nuclei. Again, one of the important 2-mark question for your board examination. One thing we need to understand: vegetative cell forms pollen tube and generative cell forms male gametes. So now with this we finished entire male reproductive part of the flower. In the next class, we'll start with female reproductive part of the flower.